So, welcome back to Into the Infinityverse, and Happy New Year! We get our first new video of the new year, and yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining last night's live stream, probably my longest live stream I've ever done. I know it lagged a lot, but hey, we got through it. So, for those who are unaware, Into the Infinityverse is basically where we talk about certain aspects of the Infinityverse, the shared fanfiction universe that my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 and I work on together. And this is a video I have done before, but I figured I get to do more, like, expand on it since we've done more stuff with this element, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I did do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video maybe a while back, but this is more, like I said, an expanded version of everything we're doing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, at least some more stuff. There is stuff we want to hide, because we don't want to spoil it, but yeah. Yeah. So this is more of, like, just talking about more of the elements of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, let's get started with the two biggest characters we're really playing with in here, Kaiba and Merrick. Kaiba and Merrick are kind of like the two big stars of what we're doing with Yu-Gi-Oh! With Merrick, of course, if you've been following the Infinityverse, Merrick is our Sorcerer Supreme. He's our Doctor Strange / Doctor Fate, and essentially in here in our continuity, the first Sorcerer Supreme was Atem, aka Yami, Yugi's other self. So yeah, Atem was the first Sorcerer Supreme, and instead of battling Zork, he battled Mirage from Aladdin, the animated series. So Mirage is like our Dormammu, and in here she's known as the Mother of Evil, and was the first big opponent that Atem fought, and he managed to banish her back to her home dimension at the cost of his life, and in Millennium items, more or less keep her sealed away. And Bakura is her apprentice. She's taken on many apprentices. Bakura was one of them, and is she's basically Palpatine. He's Vader. He carries out her will. He can use the El Khatib, the Shadow Walkers, summon Fire Cats, and he actually Bakura is capable of using magic. In fact, we basically wrote in that whenever Bakura uses the Shadow Games, that's him using his magic. But now it's gotten to the point where Mirage has told him, enough with the Shadow Games, use your fucking magic like I trained you to. So the era of card games is over. It's time, these guys are using magic. Bakura in this continuity, Merrick in this continuity, like I said, is the new Sorcerer Supreme, and he's earned that title through several tests and beating Bakura. He's also now not only the owner again of the Millennium Rod, because he gave it up in this continuity to Yuko from XXX and she gave it back to him. He's also now the bearer of the Millennium Key as well, and he also is kind of protecting the Millennium Necklace, because his apprentice Janna from Star vs. the Forces of Evil, she became his apprentice, and she now owns the Millennium Necklace. The Millennium Necklace rejected Ishizu, and it went to Janna. So now they are master and apprentice in the Haunted Mansion. Yeah, they're living in Gracie Manor, and because Leota was the last Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah, she was the last Sorcerer Supreme. She was killed. Not going to say by who, but it is someone that is going to play a part in the Infinityverse. Someone did kill her, and basically she was the last Sorcerer Supreme. So there was like a good over 100-year period where there was no Sorcerer Supreme. So now Merrick is that title, and he's the front line of whatever kind of dark forces out there. But keep in mind, Bakura is a known terrorist. He is a known villain in Yu-Gi-Oh! So he's not really welcome among the other heroes. They're still looking as like you were a lead of a terrorist organization who nearly tried to kill everyone on the planet. So yeah, we're hesitant around you. So it's not easy. Hell, there was a time where he was living in our continuity. He was living with the Foot Clan, but he was forced to leave that life. So yeah, so Merrick is he's our Sorcerer Supreme, and he's still kind of like learning how to, he's learning this is not an easy job. Also, he's also learning that training Janna is not going to be easy because it's Janna. Then you have Ishizu and Kaiba, who in our continuity are married. They are married, and yeah, Seto is still Seto Kaiba. Only this time around, he's not just interested in crushing the Pharaoh. He's also interested in gaining more financial power. Because, let's be real, the dude is Lex Luthor. He is straight up Lex Luthor. So Kaiba has built himself a new armor. He's built his own Blue Eyes White Dragon's power armor suit, like a humanoid version of a Blue Eyes White Dragon, but as an armored suit. He also has in his employment John McClane, who, in a story in the Infinityverse Spotlights, John McClane was going to retire. Then at an airport, he saved Ishizu and Mokuba from Cobra and became the new chief of security for Kaiba Corp. So yeah, John McClane now works for Seto Kaiba. Did you ever think you'd see that even in fanfiction? I don't think so. And Ishizu is pregnant in our continuity. Yeah, we kind of hinted at that in Mystic Wars, but she is pregnant in our continuity and will have a kid. So yeah, Kaiba's going to be a father, and we are going to delve into how that affects him. Now, for all the other characters, I don't want to say what we're going to be doing with them. I will say that Yugi, one thing that people did ask is, like, what are we going to do about the names? Because are we going to follow the English dub names, or are we going to follow the Japanese dub names? Because we're obviously, Ishizu is not the Japanese dub name. But we decided, Jason and I kind of came to the decision that, well, okay, so obviously since Joey and Serenity are the most American-looking characters, we're retconning in this continuity that Joey and Serenity are American, but they've been living in Japan most of their lives. Whereas Yugi, we're going to call Anzu. We're going to use the name Anzu instead of Taya, and we're going to use Honda instead of Tristan. So, yeah. Joey is still going to be called Joey. He's not going to be called Jonichi, like in the original anime. We just kind of figured because it would be kind of like, it's kind of also difficult to spell that name, and we don't want to disrespect anyone. So we were like, how about we meet in the middle? Like, we came to this decision of, like, why don't we meet in the middle on this and just have it that Joey and his sister are from America, but they live in Japan, and Domino City is a place in Japan. It's like a legit city in Japan, because if you can have Gotham City somewhere nebulously in America and Metropolis somewhere nebulously in America, then you can have Domino City somewhere nebulously in Japan. Yeah, there's my defense, and I'm sticking to it. So that was the idea. That was kind of the idea. Now, as for other characters like Mai, we have thought about, like, other characters like Mai. She's also going to be American. We're going to keep the American name for that one. But for others, like, I think we're going to keep Pegasus as the name Pegasus, but we haven't really thought about anything for him. We also are thinking about, like, the other villains. This also, if you're wondering where in continuity this breaks off, this kind of breaks off post the whole events with Noah Kaiba. This kind of breaks off from that. So yeah, but here's the thing: the filler villains like Darts and all of them, they're going to play a bigger role in the Infinityverse. They're going to play a much larger role in the Infinityverse, and we've got something really fun planned with Darts later on down the road. But I don't want to spoil any of that. Also, Zork's not in continuity anymore. Mirage replaced Zork. So, sorry about that. Anyway, so there you go, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this quick little video. Also, if you're wondering, Kaiba's also going to be obsessed with trying to get InGen. Even though it was kind of bought away from him by McFist in the continuity, he is going to want to get InGen at some point. And he also has aspirations involving the League, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this. If you haven't already, hit the link below to my Patreon. Join the Patreon there, and you guys tell me in the comments below. What did you guys think of this? Do you guys like it, hate it? And if you have any other questions regarding Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Infinityverse, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse, and I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.